Hey guys, Angus, and today I'm going to give you ACL Story Part 4. Now, in ACL Story Part 3 and Part 2 and Part 1, it was a little bit complicated because I wasn't sure how I was going to structure this. Now, what I really wanted to do with my ACL stories is that I wanted to do sort of big 10-minute videos, but this is sort of going to be a quick sort of 5-minute video. I don't expect it to be that long, but that's mainly because it's more of like a checkup and how I'm doing it, for example. And then in the following months, I'll start to actually think about returning to sport. Now, I was actually going to do my ACL story part 4 a month after, but I thought, screw it, I'm going to do it 2 months after, because I was going to do a day, a week, a month, but I decided to push it on, partly because I was busy, but also because I thought that, you know, the difference between a week and a month might not be that much. It was a big difference, but yeah. And secondly, you're probably wondering why I'm shooting this in black and white. To be honest, I just want to try it out. I've never actually shot a YouTube video in black and white before, so I thought I would give it a go. So what I'm going to mainly do is actually compare to my ACL story part 3, which was actually a week after surgery. And the main difference actually was that I was on a fair amount of medication because that was ibuprofen and cocodamol and stuff like that. But of course, as I explained in the video, I had problems with that. So again, the main difference now compared to a week after is that I was on no painkillers whatsoever, and that, you know, the only support I'm really having is that I'm still icing it frequently. Of course, my physio is still becoming more and more intense to more concentrate on improving the muscles, but yeah, no medicine, still icing it, that's very important. And of course exercising as well. And probably the biggest difference for me in terms of my legs is that I guess it's less pain, and I've switched from the big brace to the smaller brace, and my muscle definition has I'd say returned to about 40%. Now, the main thing I actually really want to talk about is that in my ACL story part 3, I mentioned how when I was sleeping, that I would sleep with a pillow in between, causing sort of that motion. So here would be my body, and of course that would make it relaxing. I really wish I didn't say this because this is wrong, and after actually talking to my physio, you should not fucking do this at all. It's a really stupid technique. Of course, it's the most comfortable, and you know, when you're a first couple of days after ACL surgery, all you're gonna do is just, you're gonna want to sleep in the best position, and you're gonna be doing a lot of laying down. Now, the main thing about it is that when you have ACL surgery, your leg is just gonna freak the fuck out, and what you need to do is basically make sure that it's in its natural state, which is straight and not bent. If it's bent, it's gonna cause problems. Now, what I usually found is that if I would sleep with a pillow under my knees, causing it to bend slightly, I would wake up with a lot of pain, and as soon as I stopped doing this, the pain would go. So yeah, please, if you did listen to that advice, just don't listen to it. I mean, the other things I said were good advice, but just things like that, just make sure when you don't sleep, or say for when you're resting, make sure that your leg is straight. That is really, really important. Now, with my leg, it wouldn't go straight for a good 3 to 4 weeks. So don't worry if when you lay down or sit down that your leg isn't completely straight, and don't worry if your knee isn't resting on the floor, because it won't do that. But generally my leg has been good. Now let's actually get into the stuff that I've been doing at the gym. So I've actually started doing like proper squats and stuff. Of course, I still can't do any sort of weights and stuff like that, but I did actually get to do running on the treadmill, which felt fucking fantastic because I've wanted to do running for such a long time. Honestly, running is just one of my favorite things. I just love running. I'm absolutely obsessed with it, especially jogging as well and exercising. And yeah, running felt really great. Of course, I made sure that I was wearing my brace. If you're thinking about doing any running or jogging, please do wear your brace because it's only precautionary. I did actually do fast walking without the brace, and I am actually going up and down the stairs really well. So yeah, generally in terms of exercise, it's all going well, and now it literally is just about waiting for the bone to grow over the clips and the screws, and make sure that you're being careful. Now, I'll admit that I haven't been very careful with my leg, but just, you know, small jogging, maybe a little bit of running, I don't know. I mean, you know, it's all about your physio. It's all about your recovery. If you feel like giving it a go, then sure, give it a go. But please make sure that you're wearing a brace. And of course, if it's pain, stop. You know, it really is no pain, no gain. But yeah, make sure you're staying safe because, you know, if you are watching this and you've had ACL surgery and it's less than 3 months, your leg is really vulnerable. Mine is less than 3 months, but it is just over 2 months, so it is still very vulnerable. But whenever I'm walking around the house, I try to make sure that I'm wearing my brace. But every now and then, I do like to take it off because it does cause some pain. So anyway, that was just a really quick update. Not much detail. I mean, when it comes down to my ACL story part 5 and part 6, my ACL story part 5 will be in a couple of months, and actually my ACL story part 6 will be a year from March, which is quite a while away. But yeah, generally I'm doing a lot of updates on Instagram, so rather than sort of doing a lot of separate videos, I'm more transferring all of my stuff over to Instagram rather than banging out loads of videos, because I'm slowing it down completely, and this will be the last ACL story video for a while. Anyway, I really do hope that this video helped you. Of course, if you've got any concerns or anything like that, you know, please do comment below, because again, as I mentioned in the previous ACL story videos, that I want to get a community going. I want people to comment their experiences. And of course, if you're watching this and you had ACL surgery, you know, you are not alone. There are other people out there who are experiencing it just like me. And of course, if you're returning to sport, then you can watch my journey as well. But yeah, apart from that, thank you very much for watching video. So this is part 3. I can't believe I dropped my mic. This is a, I hope this is a test. Will this work? It's gonna want to stay bent. I just dropped my mic. Hey guys, Zangus, and today I'm going to give you ACL story part 4. Yeah, part 4. Wait, no, shit, I need to do that again. Didn't feel right. Hey guys, Zangus, and today I'm going to give you ACL story part 4. Fuck.